Your Honor, I'm here today in defense of my client Philly Knight, who was convicted of being phony and insincerity. My client was convicted all because of the situations he was put in and how he handled them. Sir, in the beginning of the story, my client was considered a dishonest man because I was testing him hug someone he didn't know. He felt Philly Knight felt, our test felt Philly Knight was honoring the man, and he felt he can't be friends with a person of mankind. All my client did was show respect because the man greeted him. There was no sense of honor from the greeting. On page 66, Act 1, Scene 1, my client stated when someone greets us with a show of pleasure, return his love, the best that we know, and trade him off for offer, blah blah blah. Our trust believes just because my client greeted the man, then he ceased to love him, which is a false presumption. My client was just looking at the situation in a different perspective. Also, in conviction, my client was labeled as insincerity. Insincerity is someone who does not tell their genuine feelings. There was a reason why my client did not tell his genuine feelings. One reason my client didn't tell his genuine feelings were because he felt in certain situations it would be better for a friend to be lied to instead of telling him how you genuinely feel. For example, on page 67, Act 1, Scene 1, in certain cases it will be uncut and most absurd to speak the naked truth. He cared more about people's feelings, which made him actually a sincere friend. For example, on page 77, Act 1, Scene 2, Orion showed our test a poem he wrote. Orion thought deep down inside the standards he wrote was good. Once he let our test breathe, once he let our test breathe his standards, our test told him his standards wasn't good. Orion then got upset and told our test that he's an opinionated and conceited a conceited person. In that situation, my client would not be considerate to tell the naked truth because he felt as though even if people want the truth, they don't really want the truth. Once you tell somebody the truth and they don't like the truth, they will get upset with you. So he feels in certain situations like these, you shouldn't really like tell the naked truth. You should actually like lie and make them feel better about themselves. Like if they know if the stance is wrong, my client feels as though like he should know his on his own that is wrong. My client in this situation would like tell him that it was actually a good standard, even though he wouldn't feel like that. Just because he's a genuine friend and he cared more about people's true emotions. And he know if you would like tell him flat out how our church did or not, then he would get bad input, and people would think of him as a crank and so on. Our church have always been a good friend as well, and I'll give you more examples right now. Our test, our test is also considering my friend as a phone. I mean, my client as a phony. He's saying he's not a good friend. He's a fake. My client has been a good friend, have not been nothing but a good friend to our church. He not been a genuine friend to our church. He was willing to even give his love away to our church. On page 105, Act 4, Scene 2, Philly Knight told Eliot, "You're gracious. Favor pass him from him to me. And should you be cheated of our test, I'll be happy to second best." He was willing to put himself second to someone he actually loved and he was falling for. Because he knew the person that his friend our chest liked with silly mind was not actually good for him because she was actually a dishonest person. And our chest didn't realize how good of a friend my client was until the end of the story where he found out that silly mind was not actually for him. He tried to walk off, but my client, who was a good friend, showed his true genuine feelings right here. On page 125, Act 4, Scene 8. When Artez's heart was broke and he wanted to leave, my client said to Eliot, "Come, Adam, let's do everything we can to change the mind of this happy man." he showed that he truly cared. He truly cared, and he genuinely loved our church. He's not that phony. He showed that he's not that phony friend that you're convicting him to be. He's actually a sincere person, and he actually genuinely cares about people. So, Your Honor, I think I've gathered enough information to prove that my client reactions to certain situations different because of he cares about people's feelings. He's actually a truly genuine friend. The reason he the reason he was considered insincerity was because he would rather lie. He would rather lie in some situations to make another person feel good about themselves. And the phoniness was like all together. Like everyone thought that he was a phony because he just wanted people to. He told people what they want to hear, but that's not the case. He actually cared for certain people, so he told them a good thing about themselves, so they won't feel as bad or consider him as a crank. So by saying all of this, Your Honor, I believe my client is not guilty.